Welcome to the Aquaculture Research Center, which we will refer to as ARC during this video training. Prior to completing this training, you must first complete the following. Meet with your faculty advisor to discuss and fully understand your principal investigator / faculty advisor's laboratory-used standard operating procedures and approved institutional animal care and use committee protocols, also referred to as IACUC protocols, that the PI is approved to use. As part of IACUC's oversight, they require access to the ARC be secure and all users of the animal holding facilities to be properly trained in order to receive access. This ARC training video provides a general understanding of the operation of the facility, emergency procedures, describes safety concerns, and general operating procedures. Additional information on IACUC's role and responsibilities will be discussed later in this training. From the ARC Animal Facility Use and Training Checklist SOP, you must have completed the following trainings before completing this video training. City Training on IACUC, NIH's Guide for the Care and Use of Laboratory Animals, LAERAP training on UMB's website. Please see the Animal Facility Use and Training Checklist SOP. After completing this training, you will be able to do the following accurately, from memory 100% of the time. Describe what the Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee is responsible for and what role it plays in research conducted within ARC. Identify and describe ARC's leadership and management team in order to address the proper individuals with each question or concern. Describe the ARC facility, including access to the ARC, the various facilities within the ARC, and demonstrate how to access the facilities within ARC and what to do in the event of a building emergency evacuation. Describe the life support monitoring systems used in ARC, including the YSI monitors for salinity, dissolved oxygen and temperature, ozone monitoring system, and lighting regime, and when to report issues or concerns to ARC staff. State and apply the general safety guidelines and procedures in ARC, for example, avoiding electrical contact with water, safely using stepladders and similar, and ensuring you keep the ARC facility clean. Explain and apply ARC standard procedures for tank usage, including filling tanks, draining tanks, opening lids during appropriate time periods, and preventing cross-contamination between tanks. ARC is the aquatic animal holding facility for the Institute of Marine and Environmental Technology, referred to as Imet, located on the ground floor of the Columbus Center building. Imet is a joint university system of Maryland Research Institute capitalizing on the strengths of the University of Maryland Center for Environmental Science, the University of Maryland Baltimore County, and the University of Maryland Baltimore. Imet utilizes the research, training, and technology transfer capabilities of these partner institutes to further its mission. Aquaculture is a key component of Imet's research and mission. In ARC Training Module 1, we will cover the Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee, also referred to as IACUC, ARC Oversight and Staff, ARC Access and Layout, Emergency Procedures, Monitoring Systems, and Life Support Systems. As a follow-up to your prior training on IACUC, as part of the ARC Animal Facility Use and Training Checklist SOP, the use of animals in research, teaching, or other activities at Imet must be reviewed and approved by the University of Maryland School of Medicine's established Institutional Animal Care and Use Committee, also known as IACUC. The UMB IACUC reports to the Dean of the School of Medicine and is administered by the Office of Animal Welfare Assurance. Imet has a contractual agreement in place that states the UMB IACUC is the presiding IACUC over the ARC. The UMB IACUC is responsible for assuring that all animal use complies with the Animal Welfare Act, Public Health Service Policy on Humane Care and Use of Laboratory Animals, the Guide for the Care and Use of Laboratory Animals, and all other applicable regulations, policies, and procedures. In addition to reviewing all proposals to use animals in research, the IACUC is responsible for conducting a review at least every 6 months of Imet's program for humane care and use of animals, inspecting every 6 months all animal facilities and animal study areas, submitting written reports to the institutional official, and reviewing all concerns regarding animal care and use. Any new personnel working on an Aquaculture protocol must be added to a list of research staff on the Aquaculture protocol itself. To add or update personnel on an Aquaculture protocol, please contact Angela Peisner, UMB Office of Animal Welfare at apeisner@som.umaryland.edu. For more information about Aquaculture, please visit their website at www.iacuc.org. The site is designed as a resource for faculty members and their research staff to improve the quality of research proposals being submitted, to help facilitate the regulatory process, and most importantly, to ensure the welfare of the animals. Dr. Russell Hill is the Director and Professor for the Institute of Marine and Environmental Technology, also referred to as Imet. Dr. Hill directs all Imet faculty and oversees all Imet programs, including core facilities such as ARC. Dr. Jonathan Zohar, Chair of UMBC's Department of Marine Biotechnology and Imet Professor, is the faculty head of ARC. Dr. Zohar oversees the research and technical aspects of ARC. The husbandry and veterinary care of all animals in ARC is the responsibility of the ARC veterinarian and ARC staff. The ARC has 1 veterinarian, 3 full-time staff members, and 1 part-time staff member. The ARC veterinarian is Dr. Brent Whitaker, who also works for the National Aquarium in Baltimore. Steve Rogers is the manager of ARC and oversees the daily operations of the facility. Chris Tolini is the assistant manager of ARC. Robert Bennington is a full-time animal research technician in ARC. Eric Mazur is a part-time animal research technician assigned to the zebrafish facility. Aquaculture guidelines require all animal holding facilities to have controlled access to the facility. Only approved access cardholders are allowed to enter ARC. Please note there is a separate video-based training that must be completed for access to the zebrafish facility. Approved access to either facility is not given until all training requirements on the Animal Facility Use and Training Checklist SOP are met. Do not let strangers follow you into ARC as they may not have approved access. You will need to sign in at the blue desk in the passenger elevator's vestibule until you have access to the ARC or zebrafish facility via your access/ID card. Once your training has been completed, visitors are welcome to accompany you into the ARC facility. Visitors may only enter through the entrance near the passenger elevators. All visitors must be signed into the logbook on the blue desk in the passenger elevator vestibule. Please record the date, who you are, the number of people you are bringing into the building, and their affiliation. If you plan to have a multi-person tour of ARC, you must notify the head of ARC and the ARC manager in advance of the tour so proper advance planning is conducted before the tour takes place. Please remind visitors to watch their step as they enter the facility since there are footbaths located at each entrance. Visitors should step into the footbath rather than step over them. There are 3 main entrances ARC users can use to enter the facility. They are the doors located at the main passenger elevators where the blue desk is located, the oxygen vestibule, and the restroom entrance. Do not use ARC as a shortcut between the passenger elevators and the south entrance to the building. In case of an emergency, please exit through one of the 3 main entrances and exit the building immediately. If you are unable to use one of the main entrances, you may exit the space through the following spaces, but only in the event of an emergency: the south side of the quarantine room through the double doors, or use the exit through the National Aquarium's jellyfish space. The regrouping area outside of the facility is at the far end of the USCS Taney ship. It is on the west side of the building and the bridge is on the south end. ARC is comprised of numerous recirculating aquaculture systems ranging in size from several liters up to 22 cubic meter volumes and has 6 main areas identified as the main ARC, accessible through the passenger elevator vestibule, the hatchery and crab area, also accessible through the passenger elevator vestibule, the quarantine room, which can be entered from within ARC and from the south entrance with an access code, the pathogen room located on the west side of ARC, which also requires an access code, the Natural Products Room located north of the ARC restroom. There is a safety calendar-style guide in all of the labs that you are working in. It is your responsibility to read through this guide. There is a lot of important information, such as injury protocol and building emergencies. All injuries must be reported immediately to Columbus Center Operations and Facilities at 410-234-8814. Paperwork must be submitted to report the injury to the Injured Workers Insurance Fund, also known as IWIF, and can be obtained from your respective administrative office. If an ambulance is called, inform front desk security of the location of the injured worker so they can direct emergency responders to the appropriate location in the building. Water parameters can range from freshwater to full salinity and 12 to 32 degrees Celsius. Systems are continually monitored for temperature, dissolved oxygen, and oxidation reduction potential, or ORP. Ozone monitors measure ambient ozone levels in the space. There are 4 ozone monitors spaced through the ARC facility to measure ambient ozone levels. The alarm will sound if ozone concentrations are higher than 0.1 ppm. If this occurs, please leave the space and notify ARC staff immediately. ARC staff is on site 7 days a week with 24-hour, 7 days a week on-call coverage. ARC staff checks each system daily, recording system parameters and conditions. System maintenance, such as water exchanges and backwashing of filters, are done daily or as required. If you have questions about alarm screens or clipboard data, please see an ARC staff member. Tank monitoring alarm screens and graphs are available for online viewing access only at 130.85.167.153 and 130.85.167.153. Water conditions are maintained by life support systems, which can include bubble bead filters, drum filters, bag filters, biological filtration, protein skimming, ozone and ultraviolet disinfection, aeration, oxygen supply by low-head oxygenators and emergency supply diffusers, day-length control, and continuous system monitoring by a data logger with text and email alerts to ARC staff if alarm conditions develop. Now it is time to assess your knowledge of what you have learned so far. Match the following responsibility to the appropriate person or group of people. The answers are: ARC staff are responsible for the husbandry and veterinary care of all animals in ARC. IACUC is the committee responsible for providing regulatory oversight for ARC. Dr. Zohar oversees research and technical aspects of ARC.